How's it going, everybody? And welcome to the 9th episode of the Brock at the Buzzard podcast. I'm your host, Brock Kowalski, and in today's episode, we're going to cover the New York City vaccine mandate being lifted for all athletes and performers, and it has been officially lifted this afternoon. Also, we're going to cover the huge deal that went down yesterday between the Kansas City Chiefs and Miami Dolphins. And we're also going to cover a NASCAR penalty that really tells the story on how serious they are when teams are manipulating this next-gen race car. But before we get to that, I want to tell you guys that all of my social media links are down in the description below in a Linktree link. Also, like the video, share the video, and subscribe. And finally, I will be back this evening for a postgame report following the Cavs and the Raptors game this evening. But let's get started. The NYC Mandate Lifted for all athletes. Last night, according to Shams Kamara of The Athletic, it is expected and has been done that Mayor Adams is expected, which has been done, as I said, to rescind the COVID-19 vaccine mandate in New York City today in an announcement at Citi Field, the home of the New York Mets. What does this mean? It means all unvaccinated athletes, such as Kyrie Irving of the Brooklyn Nets, can now play at Barclays Center, and all unvaccinated Yankees and Mets can play on their home turf despite their vaccine status. And here is my opinion on this matter. It finally is a player's choice, like it always should have been. The rule that New York City put in place was downright stupid in the first place, because it put their own teams, meaning the Mets, the Knicks, the Yankees, the Nets, all at a disadvantage. And athletes like Irving have no choice now but to perform in front of their home crowds. From a Nets perspective, this makes them the, quote, most dangerous 8 seed ever. But I still feel like they don't have enough due to the fact that Ben Simmons is still missing from the equation, and it clearly showed last night in their loss to the Ja Morant-less Memphis Grizzlies. In Memphis, but still, Ja Morant did not see the floor last night due to injury. If Simmons returns healthy and fits into his role, the Nets have a very, very good shot at winning the NBA championship this season. And now on to our second story of the episode. The Cheetah is headed to Miami. Wednesday, we saw yet another big-time player on the move as the Kansas City Chiefs traded wide receiver Tyreek Hill to the Miami Dolphins for 5 draft picks. The full trade is as follows. The Miami Dolphins acquire Tyreek Hill. The Kansas City Chiefs have acquired a 2022 first, a 2022 second, a 2022 fourth, a 2023 fourth, and a 2023 sixth from Miami. Hill also signed a 4-year, $120 million deal with $72.2 million of that guarantee. That is according to Adam Schefter. Hill also eclipsed the recently traded, then signed, new Las Vegas Raiders wide receiver Davante Adams. My opinion from the Miami side of things, first and foremost. Miami has had a great offseason with adding weapons around Tua Tagovailoa, but the biggest question remains, does Tua have what it takes? We'll see come the start of the NFL season. For the Kansas City Chiefs, the Chiefs got a haul for Hill, but the biggest question now is, what will they do with all those assets? Do they use all the picks for draft picks? Do they trade some of those assets for possibly DK Metcalf, whose name has been floating around the rumor mill as of late? But what do? The Chiefs, in fact, now own 12 picks in this draft, the most in the NFL. And all of you Bills fans, as you know, the Dolphins are a Bill rival. What does that mean for the Buffalo Bills? I'm not concerned because the Bills are the most complete team in the AFC East. And as of right now, Josh Allen could tell Tua the old adage or the old saying, quote, "Hold my beer, kid." That's how good Josh Allen is, people. The Buffalo versus Miami rivalry has now become fun again, obviously, with all these offensive weapons that will be on display when those two teams face off this season. In my opinion, the team that really should be concerned in the AFC East is not the Buffalo Bills, but the New England Patriots. For obvious reasons. We'll discuss that at another day when the NFL season gets closer. And finally, NASCAR drops the hammer on RFK. This morning, NASCAR dropped the hammer on Brad Keselowski and his number 6 team by far the biggest penalty I've seen dropped on a team ever in my many years of watching the sport. And it will cost the team a lot of money and points going forward. The penalty is for, quote, modifying a single sourced part, end quote. The full penalty is as follows: 100 owner points, 100 driver points, 10 playoff points, which obviously help you win a championship, and fining crew chief Matt McCall $100,000 and also suspending him for the next 4 NASCAR Cup Series races. And here is my opinion on the penalty. I think this penalty is warranted based on the new structure that NASCAR has adopted with the next-gen race car. And with the verbiage used, the team clearly tampered with a part that was not supposed to be touched. I applaud NASCAR for making a statement and sticking to their guns on this penalty, and Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing, or RFK, has yet to appeal NASCAR's decision. And that'll do it for today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed the show. A lot is coming your way. Our WrestleMania preview is on the next full episode, which is going to be Sunday, of course. And like I said earlier, please look out for the post-game report following tonight's Cavs and Raptors game from Toronto. You can catch that game at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on Bally Sports Ohio and NBA League Pass. And one more time before I let you go, you can find all of my social medias in the Linktree link below, and you can like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Have a great day, everyone. Again, I'll see you all later on tonight for the post-game report of the Cavs and Raptors this evening.